Hi folks, my name is Justin. And
Why do you always have to look at it like, oh my God, can you believe it? Like, I'm always here when I'm free,
when you're here.
when I'm here.
Yeah. And this is Vash. So today we're going to talk about the movie The Great Wall.
Yeah, it was anything but great. Just the wall, the less than stellar wall.
Starring
Did you know, by the way, that they say the Great Wall is one of the things you can see from space, but you can't? It's a lie. It's a myth. It's one of the 7 wonders of the world. I don't know why it's a wonder. It's a wall. It took them 1,700 years. After like 3 years, I'd have been like, you know what, guys?
It's only like 200. I think it's like 1,700 miles long.
That makes more sense.
Vash and I did not see the movie together, so we can play the game. Did Vash enjoy this movie? There was a lot of fighting. There were cool CG monsters. The colors were very cool. The art direction was awesome. However, I'm going to guess, just because I'm wrong most of the time, that Vash did not like the movie. But Vash, did you like the movie?
This was the worst movie I've ever sat through in my life. This movie was terrible. I did enjoy the colors. You're absolutely right. The
Yeah.
blue swan thing.
I knew you would.
Which team would you want to be on? I'd want to be on the Blues. Just like in Rogue One.
Really? You'd want to be on the Blues?
The Blues were cool.
I
Yeah.
would definitely want to be on the Reds.
No, not because of what they did, just because of the color.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be in the bathroom. I'd be like, oh, I'll be out in a minute, guys. How's everything going? You all right?
So in this movie, we have two outsiders, Matt Damon and Pedro Pascal, who
What was he
end
in?
up in China. He was in Game of Thrones and Narcos.
I've seen every episode of Game of Thrones, and I have no idea what's happening. I don't know who anybody is, except for the big bitch with the horse.
They arrive in China to find this magic black powder substance.
And what do we like from China? Sushi burrito. I just had one for the first time the other day.
That's very
sushi
much-
burrito is the
that's-
greatest thing. At first, I was like, I like sushi because I love Chinese food, and sushi is like good. But I was like, as a burrito, like that's a lot of like avocado and mayonnaise to like put in your mouth at one time.
Stop it! It's Japanese. You're killing me with this. It is not Chinese food. It's sushi. It's Japanese.
Sushi, sashimi, it's all the same.
Still Japanese.
Wait a minute, what are we talking about?
I was going to eventually get a synopsis of this movie out in a couple sentences.
We don't-
we haven't gotten there.
You don't even
Really
need
don't.
one.
They
It's the
need a
wall,
great
there's
Turns out
monsters.
they're fighting monsters.
At the end of the movie, I was like, all I saw were bows flying across the screen for 2 hours. Hour and 35
Arrows,
minutes.
probably. The bows didn't fly as much.
Maybe that would have helped.
So I had real low expectations walking this movie.
And I had them out.
And I had fun.
What?
It's not an amazing film in any aspect.
How
This
did
is-
you have fun?
This
What
is
did you
not the
like?
best work of probably anyone in it. I did like the girl. What is her name? Tian Jing, I think that's her
Okay.
name. I thought she was badass.
She was badass. She didn't do anything. What'd she do?
Really?
What did she do? She didn't do anything. All she did was translate. She was like the Brad Pitt of this movie.
How so?
Remember in World War Z, Brad Pitt was a scientist with a wife and kids, and I was like, you don't look that good and have that kind of family. This girl came through.
She's a soldier.
She's a soldier, but she has the face of a porcelain doll.
She was a very
Look
attractive
at
woman.
look at Mulan.
She still
Mulan
is.
looked like by the time she finished training. No way she rose up through and became commander, lieutenant, or whatever she became, and like doesn't have like a bruise or ugly face. Look at the big bitch from Game of Thrones. She looks like she rose up through the army. So wait, did your movie have subtitles?
Like for the whole thing?
No.
The Chinese
Matt
was
Damon
subtitled in
speaking-
English because I don't speak Chinese.
Right,
So
but
they
like,
helped me there.
See, that's the thing. Why didn't they just make it in English? Like, I get that they're speaking Chinese,
Because they're
but like
Chinese
just say it in
speaking in a-
English. That
But-
makes it so
but
much harder for
but
us.
It's a Chinese director with Chinese actors, and it's set in China.
My thing is, we're here, we're watching, we speak English. I understand you're
Yeah,
in
but what
China.
happens when it's in China? They have to make the whole movie again and then speak Chinese?
That does sound like a lot, right? look at Hero.
Okay.
That was all in Japanese.
Think Chinese.
But Hero was amazing. House of Flying Daggers was okay, and then there was like hidden dragons and raccoons and hidden
Are you trying to do Crouching Tiger, Hidden
Crouching
Dragon?
Tiger, Hidden Dragon, like from the Karate Kid.
The director of Hero is also the director of this movie. He also made House of Flying Daggers. There you go. So
See?
the director
2 out of 3.
There you go. You at least like the director.
During the trailer, when I realized it was in like feudal China,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like fighting with like bows and arrows and like the with the fire, and I was like, oh no, this is just like Ninja Turtles 3. Ninja Turtles went back in time to And what is it? China, Japan?
I think
don't know where.
Japan in that case. Really.
Okay, but it was the same time period that this movie's going on. So I'm like, this time period does not do well in movies.
So, should we review the movie?
No, we already did that.
Beautiful. I'm going to give this a 3. I had fun. It certainly isn't the worst action movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Definitely
You don't
the
have to
best.
run to a theater, but I had fun. The CG was cool. The colors are awesome, and why not?
The colors were awesome. Well, that's his review, guys. I'm just thanking God he didn't give this a 4 like he usually does. It definitely wasn't a 3. This is, you know what? It's a January movie that came out in February. This should have been a January movie. Nobody's ever gonna remember this. Honestly, this is a 1.
Okay.
Like, I'm not mad that I saw it. Like, I'm not giving it a 0 because like there are movies that I'm like, I hated this. I just watched this and I was like, why?
Thank everybody for watching the show. If you subscribe to the page, you watch what was on last week and then what was on DVD.
I don't get the subscribe link anymore. I've got nothing
I
to
mean,
say
you
anymore.
can, but it's going to look
But
like a subscribe button
That's
because
what
I
I'm
can't do
saying.
much
Like,
about
they
it there.
took that from me. Well, every time I take a step
How dare
forward, they
you,
make me
YouTube.
take 2 steps back.